Buoyant economy driving surge in recruitment. Today's Irish labour market remains strong by historical standards as we enter the next decade, but of course, sustaining the growth story will not be easy. I believe that if someone had told you back in 2010 that more than 2.3 million people would be back at work a short few years after the worst financial crash in the country's history, I would have questioned their sanity. Even more to the point, these are real as opposed to the sort of temporary jobs created by a tidal wave of borrowing. This remarkable performance has been driven by foreign direct investment. The state coffers have been boosted by large inflows of corporate taxes. The Irish Fiscal Council, under the leadership of the Cork-based economist, Professor Seamus Coffey, has questioned whether those inflows can be sustained given likely reforms of the international corporation tax system being driven by the OECD. A sudden downturn in corporation tax revenues could expose large fiscal gaps which could have spillover effects on personal consumption and on the labour market. In the short term, barring a global business meltdown or disorderly Brexit, a possible scenario pushed to the end of 2020, jobs growth looks set to continue, with around 40,000 extra posts due to be added in 2020. The latest data suggest that for the jobs market, it is steady as she goes. According to the CSO, average weekly earnings in the private sector have risen by just under 4% in the year to the end of September, from €743 to €768. The increase is well in excess of the rise in the consumer price index. This suggests that those at work, not exposed to overheating rental markets, are actually enjoying an increase in take-home pay, one that has been sustained over a number of years. The CSO does note, however, that the average hours worked on a weekly basis actually fell slightly in the past year, a suggestion that in the manufacturing sector parts of the economy are coming off the boil. The Brexit story, of course, has yet to be fully told. However, the 3.5-year-long saga has impacted on the Irish economy and jobs market in a number of ways. The uncertainties created in the process has hit many indigenous firms with jobs cut and plans for investment put on hold. Enterprise Ireland states that over half of its clients, 53%, have been impacted, with 1 in 10 of exporters hit with an added cost in excess of €100,000 each. There have been job losses particularly in the border region along with gains, many of them in the IT sector where Dublin, in particular, has managed to bag investments that would otherwise have located to the UK. The Brexit factor may well have had a positive effect in boosting savings and limiting the return to the high-price, bubble economy that became such a feature of Ireland in the noughties. Earlier this year, Austin Hugh. For more on this story, visit the news article link.